Hello, welcome to yet another edition of Democracy in Action, the program that analyzes, promotes, and deepens the cause of democracy in Nigeria. My name is Comfort Olayinka, your host. In today's program, we will be discussing insecurity as a threat to national unity. You'll be meeting my guest immediately after this timeout. Stay with us. Democracy in Action, and I am Comfort Olayinka. My guest today is a financial management expert, a grassroots politician. He is recognized for empowering the poor and advocating for the youth, which earned him the name Father of Empowerment. My guest today is a House of Representative member representing Ondo East-West Federal Constituency. He is no other than Honorable Abiola Peter Makinde. You're welcome to our program, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
So, sir, National Assembly is a symbol of democracy. How do you see the performance of the Ninth Assembly so far?
2019, under the leadership of our Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, and he had focused on the legislative agenda, and that has been the focus of the House in terms of the motions and the bills, our oversight. First is, part of the legislative agenda is the reform of the House of Representatives. And we've been able to, change some things in the standing order as far as how the business should run. Okay, so that you can, for example, if you are a chairman of a committee, you have to really stand up to perform, and if you don't perform, 2/3 of your members can throw a vote of no confidence and get that person removed. And part of the reform also is just to ensure that members are very healthy. They come to work on time and ensure that they know the rules and regulations of the House.
Okay, let's deviate a little. Looking at security, the threat of insecurity has slowed down the economy of this country. So, as a lawmaker, what is your advice to the government on this issue?
They should tackle security as much as possible. The government should ensure that our law enforcement officers are well trained and they know the repercussion of this, because we do not want to see any form of insecurity in Nigeria. It's killing the economy. The manner at which people are being killed and maimed, and things are just getting out of hand. And this is Nigeria. It should get better because we are the best in the whole Africa. And without adequate security of life and properties, it will be very challenging to our people to do or go about their normal businesses. And then, what leadership are we setting for those to come behind us if we don't get it right? People are no longer secure, they travel and they are being kidnapped. We should engage in modern technology. And there are drones, not baby drones that we had some people are buying and they are claiming that they are real drones. No, buy the right drones that will be good enough to move miles into the bushes and find those people who, if you are walking in the middle of the night in the bush, then they should know that this person is up to something. And, but then we are facing these challenges, but I know with this leadership, this night assembly, there will be a solution to our security.
Many are in position that regional security will lead to disintegration in Nigeria. Do you agree to this?
It will not lead to disintegration. If you see United States, they decentralize their security system. Unlike Nigeria, where we just centralize everything, Nigerian police force. No, even if we have Nigerian police force, if you see United States now, in every county, just like a local government, they have their own police. Like, for example, in the state of Maryland, in the United States, you will see Prince George's County Police, Montgomery County Police, Harford County Police, and county means local government. So county police, they decentralize it so that then the county police will have their own chief. Although they will still report to the IGA, Attorney General, or whoever is in charge of the whole United States. But it is decentralized. It is decentralized so that you cannot bring somebody from the East to come and tackle the issue of the West when he doesn't even know the terrain. And you cannot even bring someone to tackle a whole state. You should decentralize it to let there be a chief of a local government, not a DPO or area command or, no, let there be a chief in charge of a local government. And that will help to be able to monitor the activities. Get that person a good rank so that they'll be able to monitor the challenges there. Like I said, in Maryland, Washington, almost all the part of United States, even in higher institutions, they have their own Howard University police. Howard University is in Washington, D.C. They have their own police. Bowie State University, they have their own police, separated from the county, which is the local government. So, for example, University of Ibadan is in Oyo State. In the United States, University of Ibadan will have their own police. Then, Ibadan will have their own police. Then Oyo State will have their own police. In other words, that way, everybody will be able to monitor and tackle insecurity very well. But that is not what is happening in Nigeria.
At Amotekun, the western part of the country have started their own regional security. What is your take on that?
Well, Amotekun is a good idea. It has to be backed by the police, by the law enforcement agencies. Amotekun cannot just come up without the backing of law enforcement officers because they need to have some form of training. However, Amotekun and any other regional security forces, they need not to politicize it. They should be real, not to segregate Nigeria or make Nigeria to be divided. The purpose of creating Amotekun or creating any other part in the north or in the southwest or south-south is just to ensure that our people are safe, their properties are safe. It's not to send a message that we want to be divided away from others in Nigeria. So I beg those who are behind all these regional forces not to politicize it, but to ensure that our people are safe at night and even when they travel and their properties are as well safe.
So many is taking position that the only way out of the out for the president is to remove service chief. What is your take on it?
Service chiefs, they've been doing, I wouldn't say that they've not been doing very well. Service chiefs have been doing okay. However, if you look at the report that we have been getting, I think it is high time for these service chiefs to leave, for others to come in. I'm not sure they are in tune with the high technology that we need to tackle this terrorism and all this internal crisis. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure they know how to disseminate information to Nigerians. I'm not too sure that they are in tune with the 2020, this new century of how to carry their people along. How far have you gone? Have you been able to tackle this issue? What have you been able to do? They are not given any information. I've not been seeing many of them on TVC or on any of these media channels. And just talk to people. Let them ask you questions. Okay, in Boko Haram, in Adamawa, in Kaduna, there was an issue. What did you do about it? And you are answerable to the people. But these service chiefs, if we call them, I'm not sure, they will come. So I think they should be removed. And let other people come in and do the job, do the right thing, be able to answer our questions. I remember when the Right Honorable Speaker called them, not all of them came the first time. And I was like, what? We have the mandate of the people. They don't have the mandate of the people. And we should be able to ask them questions. Maybe they were promoted or appointed, but we were not appointed, we were elected. And we are asking questions on behalf of the people. They can't be greater than Nigerians. So when we don't even know what is going on in Borno, in Maduguri, we don't even know. They are just like this baby demigod or so. I think it's high time that we also should seek for help. Of course, we have been able to raise funds in the House, and I give credit to the Speaker and the honorable members in the Night Assembly. We've been able to pass a motion to raise special fund for the military. However, how would you raise fund and they get the fund, and when you call them to come and give account, they delay it. They don't even care to talk to you about it. They are not on CNN. They are not on NTA. They are not on TVC. They are not on channels from time to time. I mean, once in a week or once in 2 weeks, you should update the people. Make sure that at least they know that you are making progress. People are dying. You're not even coming online to say anything. Look at United States. There was an issue that just happened. I think it was this coronavirus of a thing. Trump himself, the president, came out to address the people. There is a press time where the president, the chief service chiefs, should answer the people. Not that you just create this brick wall. And I don't think that will last. Nigerians will continue to call for their removal. And I join them also. I, Honorable Abiola Makinde, representing the good people of Ondo East, Ondo West, call for the removal of all the service chiefs.
Okay, so I want to go on a short break now. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still Democracy in Action, and it's still Honorable Abiola Makinde. Talking about you now, sir. You're popularly called Father of Empowerment. Tell us more about it.
I started my life as a guy without nothing. Grew up without this silver spoon, not even a bronze spoon. And, a humble beginning. Thank God for my parents, gave me good education. And I decided that, you know what, you can acquire things in life, but when it's time for God to call you, you will not take all these things with you. And also, I also have this belief that you should be your brother's keeper in any way you can. All fingers are not equal. In any way you can help someone, just help. Just try to be there. And so I just decided, even before I got into politics, and started giving a lot of empowerment items to our people. And, Okada and so many other things that we gave out to our people. And that was when they called me. We want someone that will tell the truth. We want someone that is of integrity, very honest, and also a married man, of course, not moving around, jumping around, and also someone that cares about his people. And they said they saw that in me, and, eventually after several empowerments, many people have traveled abroad as a result of this empowerment, and they now nicknamed me Father of Empowerment. And ever since then, it has been challenging because the resources are not really there, but I thank God. God has been.
So what is your plan? Do you still intend continuing empowering more people?
Oh, absolutely. We've been doing it. We've never stopped. Even as a member, House of Representative, I've never stopped. In the last 6 months, what we did, the first 2 months after I assumed office, we gave out about 10 million, more than 10 million naira soft loan without interest to market women, and that was massive. in Ondo. That was within 2 months that I came on board. And many people were able to draw from that. Then also we focused on education as well. We gave about 3,000 school bags just about a month ago as well, and several other exercise books, mathematical sets, and a water bottle to all these children. And as well, well, we've been able to, provide one, few boreholes to our people in Ondo. Then, apart from that, summer lessons, because the moment we came on board in June, that was the period of summer classes, around June, July. So we usually do these summer classes because idle mind is devil's workshop. So all these guys going into cultism, we can curb it if we engage them in education. And that was exactly what we've been doing. Anytime they are out of school, we engage them in summer lessons. During June, July, August, and then they resume back in September.
As a representative of your people, what is your plan to bring your people closer to the government?
Well, bringing them closer to the government is what they've done first by, electing the right person. Because when you come on board as a House of Rep, the name House of Rep is just to represent the people, bringing your people closer to the government and bringing government also closer to you. And during the time that I've been a rep member, our people have experienced employment during this period, and I've been able to talk to them about their zonal intervention project that is coming on board very soon. They've not been able to get an update on that really. So there is what we call zonal intervention. So with that, they are appreciating the government for at least making that provisions available. I hope that will come up this year as early as possible so that our people will be able to enjoy it. What do we want to do with it? Skill acquisition center. If we can build a skill acquisition center, because not everybody will make it to the university after their WAEC. But if we can at least get a skill acquisition center for them, they will not be hooligans on the street. They will not be nuisance on the street. So we decided that the best thing to do, I had a meeting with the king, and he also, because he represents the people. What do you want? Hey, look, skill acquisition center will be the best, where our people can then go and learn one or two things, whatever it is that you can learn to make them useful, and not only useful, bring food on the table of your family. That's the most important thing, because not everybody will make it to university. So I hope as soon as I get this zonal intervention fund, that will be the first thing. Then to the youth as well. Youth Development Center, a kind of a place where at least our youth can go, like a mini stadium, where they will be able to learn how to, play soccer. You never know who can come out of it and be, what are those famous footballers now?
Messi and the rest.
Messi and the rest, yeah, exactly.
Yes, sir. So, your message to Nigeria, sir?
My message to Nigerians is just, let's have faith in this government. Let's believe that all will be well. Let's keep praying for this government.
Okay.
Enough of criticism. Of course, we need to criticize, but then let us not ask what Nigeria will do for us. But what do you also offer to do for Nigeria? If you know that you can do something in your community, I want Nigerians to do it. Come together as a state, come together as a local government. I was a council chairman at a point. So before I became a House of Rep, I was a council chairman. I was a federal board member before I became a member of House of Representatives. Our people need to be part of this government. If you know that things are not right in your community, report to the police. Don't harbor criminals. If you know that you can grade your community, go ahead and grade it. If you know you can tile your street, go ahead and tie it. If you know you can rehabilitate a dilapidated school, go ahead and do it. Don't just keep making noise and saying that government. Do your best and let's keep praying. And also, let's keep challenging the government as well. I'm not saying that they are perfect. Of course, they need to do more. As a matter of fact, they are the one in charge. I mean, the government. But at least we expect the best. Where we are now is not the best. It's not the best at all. We expect the best. We expect something better from this administration in terms of releasing of funds, in terms of ensuring that these ministries, they go to the communities and check and assess what they need. Not a minister just writing whatever and sending it to your local government. Did you talk to them in the local government? Did you ask them what they need? Not just you making up an assessment. And at the end of the day, that is not what they need. So bringing our people to the government, just like what you said, is part of my job. Don't bring anything to my federal constituency when they don't really need it. They will tell you what they need. You will bring it up in the budget and you defend it. But that has not been the case. They just make it up at the ministry and send it for approval. Do you know that they need a dam? These people need schools, but you are writing a dam. See, well, it's been disconnected for a very long time. But I thank God for our speaker. He selected the best chairmen and deputies to be in charge of all these committees. And they have been working tirelessly to ensure that Nigeria is great again. So I encourage our people, Nigerians, to please have faith in the Ninth Assembly, have faith in Femi Gbajabiamila, have faith in our president as well, that he will do very well. And I pray he will by the special grace of God. My name is Honorable Abiola Peter Makinde, representing the good people of Ondo East, Ondo West Federal Constituency in Ondo State. Watch democracy in action.
We've come to the end of today's program. Join us same time next week as we bring you another interesting episode. Thank you for joining us. Bye for now.